So the Laureate is about child refugees, and I'm a historian.
Yeah.
So my contribution to that is to look at the 20th century and a longitudinal study of child refugees in Australia. I mean, ultimately, I guess, the question is, how can we do things better when we are accepting child refugees into this country, and what can we learn from previous examples? I think I got interested in history probably at the age of about 5.
Wow.
And that's my first memory of my mother talking to me about Greece and about the war and about history.
Yeah.
My mother's a great storyteller. She's a fantastic storyteller.
So you inherited that from
well, I don't know. I wish, because she knows no English. She's illiterate and semi-literate in Greek, really, but she can tell a great story, and it's that telling. So I think I internalised a lot of that. I got really excited about some of the stories she'd tell, and I got really interested in as I grew up, more and more interested in current affairs, as you do. But as a child, I remember talking to her about Harold Holt disappearing, and she was talking to me about how ridiculous that was and how insane that was, and she was interested in current affairs as well, but always infused with the historic. And I guess the dual purpose of insisting that those stories and those memories are not lost in this country. What I've learned is that you've got to separate the personal out from the professional.
Yeah.
That, let's say an article's easy to talk about. If an article gets rejected, just think, well, that's not about me as a scholar. It's about what is wrong with that article and why that journal didn't accept it. And it could be a mismatch to the journal. The feedback might suggest that, it would obviously, if it was a rejection, suggest a lot more work had to be done on it in a certain direction. And I guess now I'm in a better space, and that emotional intelligence of actually managing that and saying, okay, well, this is their view of it.
Yeah.
How shall I interpret that? I can accept or reject it.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately what I've learned is to move on more quickly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And now I can move on instantly.
Yeah.
And, people use the word resilience, and I suppose that is a little bit embedded in it.
Yeah.
But moving on at speed, I can go really quickly now. If there's a rejection or a query of something, I just go, right, okay, take it in, process it, and then move on insofar as saying, what's the next step now? Whenever I take on a leadership role, I always take it on to try and be productive. There's a point to it. Yeah. So I'll take on a role because I feel I can make a contribution and be productive. Yeah. And again, it's coming back to that, it's not just empowering, but it's energising.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel energised by that. Yeah. So I think, okay, I'm involved in this. This is the outcome I want to bring about, and I'm in a fantastic position to bring that about. So I find that energising and empowering, and it's great. And I think you have to have those qualities if you're going to be a good leader. You have to be passionate and believe in what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, people just think you're ticking a box. Yeah.